Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. Today we are here to discuss the solutions of Matrix Olympiad paper which was held on 22 October. So we will start from class 8th and the subject is physics. The question number first. Which of the following activities is easier to perform on a drum of 10 kg? As we know that the easiest activity on this drum out of these four options, first is dragging the drum, no. Lifting the drum, no. All above need the same effort, no, it is not correct. Rolling the drum is the easiest activity, so correct answer is option C. Next question, question number 2. In question number 2, the friction does not depends on speed of the object in the fluid, it will depend on this. Shape of the object, it will also depend on this. Color of the object, no, this is not true. Friction force does not depend on the color of the object. Okay, so correct answer is option C. Question number 3. In question number 3, what is the name of instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure? So from here we can directly see barometer is an instrument which is used to measure atmospheric pressure. Next question, question number 4. Which of the following quantity can be measured using a spring balance? This is also a very simple question. We know that using a spring balance we can measure weight of an object. So correct answer is option B. Next question, question number 5. We have to check which of the following statements are true and which are false. So let us start from statement first. Friction can be reduced by converting sliding friction into rolling friction. We know that the sliding friction is more than rolling friction. That's why the heavier object are suggested to roll, not to slide. So the option statement first is absolutely true. Sliding friction is always greater than static friction. No, that is not true because sliding friction is less than static friction. So this is a false statement. Streamline shaped body experience less friction because these body are streamline shaped. That's why the friction force will be less. So this is a true statement. So correct code of answer will be true, false, true. And let us check. The option C is true, false, true. So correct answer is option C. Question number 6, in which we have to match the following with column 1 with column 2. Weightlifting, we know that weightlifting is associated with muscular force. Making a knot, we know that making a knot is associated with friction force. So I will write 3. Floppy disk and hard drives are associated with magnetic force. They work on magnetic effect. So for this, I will write 1. So correct code of answer will be 231. So 231 is option A. Next question, question number 7. In question number 7, there is a spring and a mass is attached with it, and it is said a spring balance is a device used for measuring the force acting on a object. It consists of a coiled spring which get stretched when a force is applied to it. Stretching of a spring is measured by a pointer moving on graduated scale. The reading on the scale gives the magnitude of force. So in the given figure, the reading of a spring balance is a value of G is given 10. So we know that here the force acting is known as weight force, which is given by mass into gravitational acceleration. Mass is given 6 and multiplied by gravitational acceleration is 10. So the reading will be 60 Newton. Correct answer is option B. So we have discussed all the questions of physics subject. For more information regarding Matrix Olympiad result and prizes, please subscribe this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Now we will discuss the chemistry portion of class 8th. Yes, the question is, which of the following polymers contain fluorine? First is neoprene. Second option is PVC. Option C is Teflon. And option D is polyester. Option C is the right option. Why it is a right option? Because Teflon is made up by CF2 double bond CF2, means the polymer unit of Teflon is tetrafluoroethane. So the Teflon polymer is made up by the fluorine units. It contains fluorine. So option C is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. Which of the following polymer is chemically least reactive and thermally most stable? Option A is PVC, option B is Teflon, option C is polyethylene, and option D is nylon. Option B is the right option. Why it is a right option? Because Teflon have stronger carbon-carbon bond attraction. So because of that, it is a thermoplastic also, and because of that thing, it is chemically least reactive and thermally most stable, and generally it is used in the non-stick cookwares. So the Teflon is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. Next question is, which of the following pairs will give displacement reaction? Let's see the options. Option first is NaCl solution and copper metal. No, this is not a right option, because when we dissolve copper metal in the NaCl solution, so copper is least reactive than Na, so it can't displace the sodium from the NaCl solution. Now let's see the second option, MgCl2 solution and aluminium metal. Aluminium metal is least reactive than magnesium, so it can't displace the magnesium from the magnesium chloride solution. Option C is ferrous sulfate solution and silver metal. This is also a wrong option, because silver is least reactive than iron, so it can't displace the iron from the FeSO4 solution. Let's see the last option, copper sulfate solution and zinc metal. Yes, this is a right option, because zinc is reactive metal, more reactive than copper, so it can easily displace the copper from the copper sulfate solution. So the option D is the right option for this question. So now let's see the next question. Which of the following statement are true or false? So let's see the options. Option first is aluminium appears dull in color and does not react with water, acids and alkalis. Yes, this is a right statement. Why this is a right statement or is a true statement? Because on the aluminium there is a layer of aluminium oxide, or because of that layer it does not react with water, acids and alkalis and appears dull in the color. So this option is a right option, or we can say right statement. Now let's see the second statement. Most of the metals can be beaten into sheets. Yes, this is also a right option, because we know that there is a property of metals that's called malleability. So because of that malleability, most of the metals can be beaten into sheets. So now let's see the next. Next statement is bromine is found in liquid state. This is also a true statement, because in the metals, mercury is a single metal which found in the liquid state, and in the non-metals, bromine is a non-metal which is found in the liquid state. So the option, all the three statements are true statements. So the option B is the right option for this question. Now, let's see the question 12. Match the column first with column second and select the correct answer using these codes given below. Column first, P is a fiber stronger than steel wire. Option Q is a fiber known as artificial wool. Option R is a fireproof plastic. And now in the column second, there are different polymers, melamine, nylon and acrylic. So now let's match the columns. A fiber stronger than steel wire. Nylon is a fiber, or we can say nylon is a polymer which is stronger than steel wire, because in the nylon there are strong amide and hydrogen bonds are present. So because of that strong bonding, it is stronger than steel wire. A fiber known as artificial wool. Acrylic polymer is a fiber which is made in the lab, so we can say that it is a man-made polymer. So it is a fiber known as the artificial wool. And now let's see the R option, a fireproof plastic. Melamine is a polymer which is a fireproof plastic, means melamine resists the fire and it is a very strong polymer. Because of the cross-linking present in the melamine, it is a fireproof plastic. So P match with second option, Q match with third option and R match with first option. So 2, 3, 1. Option A is the right option for this question. Next question, 13th question is, it is a tensile strength of a fiber that determines its strength. It is the maximum amount of stress that it can be subjected to before the material ruptures or tears away. Materials from the fibers are made in various strengths and degrees of durability. The tensile strength of a polymer depends on the arrangement of molecules that make up the polymer, as well as the orientation of the polymer. Polymers arrange themselves as long chains. When pulled lengthwise, these chains can be stretched to a great length before breaking. So now let's see the question. Which of the following has maximum tensile strength? First is wool, second is silk, third is cotton, and fourth is polyester. So the option D is a right option, polyester, because polyester is a synthetic fiber and it is made up by the ester units, and in the polyester there are strong intermolecular force of attraction, or we can say in the hydrogen bonding present into the polyester. So because of that, it has a maximum tensile strength. Thank you.
Hello student, welcome to Matrix High School. Today we discuss about Matrix Olympiad paper solution for class 8th. Science for biology. Start first question. A disease, tetanus, is caused by which bacteria? Tetanus is caused by which bacteria? Clostridium tetani, Vibrio cholerae, that for cholera, that is wrong. And Salmonella typhi for typhoid, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, no. Clostridium tetani is the right answer for tetanus. Clostridium tetani, option first, is right answer for this question. Next, what are the important steps in the preparation of soil? Soil preparation, plowing that contain losing and turning, plow. Losing and sowing is wrong. Losing and turning is the right for this question. Preparation of soil. Sowing, turning, that wrong. Losing and weeding, that also wrong. So option B is the right answer for this. Next question. Respiration and photosynthesis process are part of which cycle? Number 1, nitrogen cycle, that's wrong. Phosphorus cycle, wrong. Carbon cycle, that includes CO2. CO2 in respiration, CO2 in photosynthesis. So, carbon cycle is related to respiration and photosynthesis. Next question. What is the full form of FYM? Farmyard manure, no, wrong. Foreign yard manure, wrong. Farmyard manure, that is right answer, and full yield manure, that is wrong. So option C is the right answer for this FYM. Next question, a diagram of green algae. It is a green algae. Green algae means photosynthetic autotrophic, which are found in fresh water like pond and river. It has a cell wall. Cell wall means cellulose presence for plant cell wall. Nucleus and spiral chloroplast. Identify the given picture. Option first, Chlamydomonas. Second, filamentous algae. Third, Paramecium and Giardia. So, given picture is for filamentous algae. Filament-like structure. Filament structure present, and cell wall, nucleus and spiral chloroplast present. So that is filamentous algae. So our right answer is option B. Next question. Which of the following statement true and false? Option first, wheat is a rabi crop. Next, tuberculosis disease is caused by a bacteria. Wheat is rabi crop is the true, right? Tuberculosis disease is caused by a bacteria. That is right. True statement. And next, fish production is associated with white revolution, but white revolution related to milk. So that is wrong. False. According to statement, true, false. True, false. Option A. Option A is the right answer for these statements. Next, match the column first and column second. First, fungus, virus and bacteria. Bacteriophage, lactobacillus and rust of wheat. Fungus related to rust of wheat. Next one, virus, bacteriophage, that is bacterial eater virus. Bacteria, lactobacillus, responsible for curd formation. So according to match third, first and second. Third, first and second. Option B is the right answer according to this column first and column second. These are the biology solution for class 8th. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the paper solution of the mathematics. I am Shamsudin Parik. Welcome you all. Okay, our first question is the reciprocal of a negative rational number. Okay, just assume any negative rational number that should be the non-zero. Okay, first of all, non-zero, because it is a negative rational number and it should be the negative. Just assume that is the minus p upon q, where p and q both are the positive integer. So minus p upon q will be the negative rational number, and the reciprocal of minus p upon q will be the 1 upon minus p upon q. So it will be minus q upon p. So p and q both are the positive integer, then minus q upon p is also a negative rational number. So which option is correct? Is a positive rational number? False. Is a negative rational number satisfying? Can be either negative or positive. No, it cannot be positive, so option C is correct. Does not exist, it exists. The reciprocal of every negative or positive rational number always exists. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. Solve mode of minus 138. Let's see what is the meaning of the mode. Mode convert any negative number to its positive number. So value of mode minus 138 will be the 138, and the value of mode of minus 243 will be the 243. So the difference of these number will be 138 minus 243. When we subtract, we will get 105 minus 105. Option D is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Which of the following is greater than x when x equal to 9 upon 11? Okay, so first 1 upon x. If x equal to 9 upon 11, then 1 upon x will be the 11 upon 9. You know very well that 9 upon 11 is less than 11 upon 9, or 11 upon 9 is greater than 9 upon 11. So first one is greater than x. Now second one, x plus 1 upon x. You know very well, we can simplify it x plus 1 upon x. Okay, so when you add something in 9 upon 11, you know the 1 upon x equal to 11 upon 9. When you add 11 upon 9 in 9 upon 11, it will be the greater than 9 upon 11. So it means option second is also greater than 9 upon 11. Option second is also greater than x. Third one, x plus 1 upon x minus 1. X plus 1 upon x minus 1. So x 9 upon 11 plus 1 upon 9 upon 11 minus 1. So this will 1 will be the 20 upon 11 upon 9 minus 11 upon 11. So 11 to 11 cancel out, 20 upon minus 2, that will be the minus 10. Or negative number is always less than the positive number. So x plus 1 upon x minus 1 is less than 9 upon 11 means x. So this one is not greater than x. So which options is correct? Only first, wrong. First and second, correct. C, first and third, wrong. D, second and third, wrong. So which option is correct? Option B, first and second only. Next, the sum of two numbers is 72. If one number is double the other number, then the numbers are. It is saying that sum of two numbers. Just assume one number is x. So what is the another number? 72 minus x. Why? Because the sum of these two numbers is 72. After that, if one number is double of the other, so one number is x is double of another number. One number is double of another number. Then the numbers are, simplify it. When you simplify it, you will get x equal to 144 minus 2x. So when you simplify more, you will get 3x equal to 144 and x equal to 144 upon 3. So it will be the 3 4 ja 12, 3 8 ja 24. So one number is the 48. So other number 72 minus x. So 72 minus 48, 24. So the numbers are 48 and 24. 48 and 24. Option A is the correct answer. Next question. The digit in the tens place of 2 digit is 3. There is a 2-digit number. So how a 2-digit number is written is 10 A plus B in general. Yes or no? You know 37 can be written as 3 into 10 plus 7. Just like that only. That digit in the tens place of a 2-digit number is 3 more than the digit in the unit place. If the digit at the unit place is B, then the numbers is, it is saying that there is any number that is a 10A plus B. It is the 2-digit number and the unit digit is B. Okay. And the 10 digit, this is the 10th digit. This is 3 more than the digit in unit place. So it will be the A equal to B plus 3. 3 more than digit at unit place. So A equal to B plus 3. A equal to B plus 3 plus B. When you simplify it, it will be the 10B plus 30 plus B. So that will be the 11B plus 30. So the correct answer is option A, 11B plus 30. Okay, next question, solve for x. We have to solve it and we have to find the value of the x. So 5x minus 2 multiply 2x minus 7 equal 3x minus 1 plus 7 upon 2. So when you simplify it, you will get 5x minus 4x plus 14 equal 3x minus 1 plus 7 upon 2. Now what can you do? Send variable in same side and constant in same side. So that will be the 5x minus 4x x minus 3x equal minus 1 plus 7 upon 2 minus 14. So minus 2x equal When you take the LCM, 2 minus 2 plus 7 minus 28, that will be the minus 2x equal minus 23 upon 2. So x will be the 23 upon 4. Why 23 upon 4? Minus to minus cancel out. When you send 2 in the denominator, it will be the 23 upon 2 multiply 2. So 23 upon 4. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. In a square ABCD, the diagonal bisect at O. What type of the triangle AOB? It is saying that in a square ABCD, diagonal bisect at O. You know very well, diagonals of square are equal. Diagonal of squares are bisector to each other. Diagonals of square are perpendicular to each other. It means AO equal to BO, and the angle between the diagonals is also right angle. So it is saying what type of a triangle AOB. So all diagonals are equal and half of the diagonals where it intersect are also equal. So in triangle AOB, OA equal to OB. Yes or no? It means it is a isosceles triangle and the angle between the equal side is also right angle. So our angle AOB equal to 90 degree. It means it is isosceles and right angle triangle. So it is isosceles right angle triangle. So check equilateral triangle. No. An isosceles but not a right angle. It is a right angle triangle. So option B is also wrong. A right angle triangle but not isosceles. It is a right angle but not isosceles. It means also wrong. D. An isosceles right angle triangle. Yes, this option is the correct. An isosceles right angled triangle. Okay, question number 28. ABCD is a parallelogram. The angle bisectors of angle A and D meet at O. What is the measure of angle AOD? What is saying? That is ABCD is a parallelogram. So we draw A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. The angle bisector of angle A. So just assume this is the angle bisector of angle A, and angle D, angle bisector of angle D meet at O. So what is the measure of angle AOD? We have to find the measure of angle AOD. You know very well the sum of the adjacent angle in the parallelogram is always 180 degree. These are supplementary to each other. It means angle A plus angle D will be the 180 degree. Okay. Now, that is the OA is the bisector of angle A. It means angle A will be the twice of angle OAD. Yes or no? Similarly, angle D will be the twice of angle ODA. So put these in this equation. So here you will get twice of angle OAD plus twice of angle ODA equal to 180 degree, and measure of angle OAD plus angle ODA equal to 90 degree. Okay, it means sum of these two angles is the 90 degree. So in triangle AOD, when we use the angle sum property of the triangle, sum of these two measure is the 90 degrees. So this angle will be the also 90 degree using the angle sum property of the triangle. So what is the measure of angle AOD? Angle AOD measure is the option B, 90 degree is the correct answer. Okay, next question 29. ABCD is a rhombus such that angle AC equal to 40 degree, then ABD equal to. In a rhombus, ABCD, angle ACB, it means angle ACB, it is the 40 degree. And we have to find the angle ABD. Just assume x. You know very well the diagonal AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. BD diagonal bisect angle B as well as angle D. And you know very well angle C plus angle B equal to 180 degree. Why? Every rhombus is a parallelogram and adjacent angle of parallelograms are supplementary to each other. It means angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Okay. So, angle B will be the twice of angle ABD plus angle C is the double of angle ACB. Why? Because the diagonal AC bisect angle C. So, angle C will be the twice of angle ACB equal to 180 degree. Put the values to angle ABD plus twice of ACB 2 into 40 equal 180 degree. When you simplify, twice of angle ABD equal 100 degree. So angle ABD will be the 100 upon 2 50 degree. So angle ABD equal to 50 degree. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, next question. The number of times an observations occurs in a data is called a data which occurs n times. So what is called? It is called its frequency. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Study the pie chart and answer the following questions. What are the questions? The interest burden in 1991 to 1992 was higher than in 1991. So, interest burden, total operating profit is the 130 lakhs and total operating profit is the 160 lakh. So, the interest burden will be the 30% of 130 lakh. So, 30% of 130 lakh in 1990-91 will be the 130 into 30 upon 100 lakh means 39 lakh. So interest burden in 1990 and 91 is the 39 lakh. In 1991 and 1992, interest is the 40%. So, what is the 40% of 160 lakh? That will be the 64 lakh. So, the interest burden in 1991 was higher than that in 1991. So, that will be the 64 lakh and that is the 39 lakh. So, what is the difference? 64 minus 39. That is the 25 lakh. So that is the 25 lakh. 18 out of 36 people love reading. So reading in pie chart will be the represent. 18 out of 36. Total is the 36. And 18 is the people who love reading. So what is the central angle of love reading books? That will be the 18 upon total 36 into 360 degree. So that will be the 180 degree. So 180 degree represent a 36 degree sector? No. Quarter sector represent 90 degree. So B is the wrong. Semicircular, yes, semicircular represent 180 degree. So C is the correct and D none of these. So option C is the correct answer. Next question, the value of this is. So how to solve this? Start solving from this side. What is the value of root 25? 5. 44 plus 5, 49. So that will be the 49 and that is the 7. It means the value of this expression is the 7. 88 minus 7, that is the 81, and square root of 81, that is the 9. So value of this expression is the 9. 130 minus 9, that is the 121, and square root of 121, that is the 11. So value of this is the 11. Now 214 plus 11, that is the 225, and square root of 225 is the 15. So correct answer is the option B, 15. Okay, option B is the correct answer. 34. Given root 5 equal to 2.236, the value of root 45 plus root 605 minus root 245 is. You know very well, root 45 can be written as 3 root 5 and root 65 can be written as 11 root 5 and root 245 can be written as 7 root 5. Okay, so that will be the 3 root 5 plus 11 root 5 minus 7 root 5. Now you can take common root 5, then it is the 3 plus 11 minus 7 root 5 into 11 plus 3, 14 minus 7, 7. So that will be the 7 root 5. Okay, now root 5 equal to 2.236. So 7 into 2.236. So when you simplify it, you will get 15.652. So correct answer is option A, 15.652 is the correct answer. Okay, question 35. Which of the following are Pythagorean triplet? What are the Pythagorean triplet? Any pair of number which can be written as m square plus 1, m square minus 1 and 2m, where m is a natural number. This combination of three numbers, set of three numbers is called Pythagorean triplet. It means out of these three numbers, if m is a natural number, then one of these number will be the even number. So in option C, there is no even number. It means C will be not the answer. Now, when you compare, even number is 2. It means the value of the m is 2m is 2, then m is 1, then m square plus 1 equal to 2 and m square minus 1 equal to 0. So other triplet does not satisfy. Here even number is 6. It means 2m equal to 6, m equal to 3. Then m square plus 1 will be the 10 and m square minus 1 will be the 8. So this one also does not satisfy. Now option D. 2m, even number is the 8, 2m equal to 8. So m equal to 4. M square plus 1 equal to 17, m square minus 1 will be the 15. So 8, 15, 17 satisfying. So option D is the correct. 8, 15, 17 are Pythagorean triplet. Next, if 504 plus p is a perfect cube number whose cube root is p, then the value of p is. Let's see here. It is saying it is a perfect cube number and cube root is p. It means cube of p is 504 plus p. Value of p will be, when you find the cube of 6, it is 216. Okay, so it means this one is not satisfying. Cube of 4, 64, it is also less than 504. So this one is not satisfying. Cube of 2 is 8. So this one is also not satisfying. Option D, 8. Cube of 8 is 512. So it can written as 504 plus 8. 8 cube. So p cube equal to 504 plus p. So for the p equal to 8, it is satisfying. So option D is the correct answer. You can solve by the other method, but this is the easier method to solving by the options. What is the cube of double of A? First of all, what is the double of A? Double of A is 2A. What is the cube of 2A? That is the 8A cube. Cube of 2 is 8 and A cube is A cube. So 8A cube is the correct answer. Next question, a sum of money compounded annually yields 200 rupees and 220 rupees at the end of first and second year respectively. What is the interest rate? We have to find the interest rate. It is saying that is at the end of first year the amount is 200 rupees and at the second year end the amount is 220 rupees. So what is the interest rate? So आपके पास में देखो compound and annually है. It means for per year calculation we can calculate using the simple interest formula. So at the end of the first year and at the end of the second year, when we calculate at the end of the second year, we can use the amount of at the end of first year as a principal amount. So what is the principal amount? Principal amount is rupees 200. And what is the interest rate? We are just finding, so just assume interest rate is R%. And what is the time? Time is 1 year from end of the first year to the end of the second year. So we can use the formula of simple interest. What is the formula of the simple interest? P into R into T upon 100. So R will be the simple interest into 100 upon P into T. So what is the simple interest? So the interest earned is 20 rupees. So R equal to 20 into 100 upon principal is the 200 rupees and time is the 1 year. So R equal to 10%. So what is the interest rate? Interest rate is the 10%. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. In what time will rupees 1000 amount to rupees 1331 at 10% per annum compounded annually? Compounded annually लग रहा है. It means the interest is the compound interest. So in what time? So we have to find that time T. This is the principal amount. This is the total amount. That is the interest rate, and we have to find T. So what is the formula of finding amount? Is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. So amount is the 1031 rupees equal P 1000 into 1 plus R upon 100. R is the 10 upon 100 raised to power T. When you will simplify it, that is the 1031 upon 1000 equal 1 plus 10 upon 100. That will be the 110 upon 100 raised to power T. When you simplify it, left hand side will remain same and right hand side will be the 11 upon 10 raised to power T. 1331 is the cube root of the 11. So that can be written as 11's cube upon 1000 is the cube of 10 equal 11 upon 10 raised to power T. When you simplify it, that will be the 11 upon 10 raised to power whole cube equal 11 upon 10 raised to power T. Base are same, so power will also same. So T equal to 3 years. So option B is the correct. T equal to 3 years. In 40 number question, if the ratio of the age of Maya and Chaya is 6:5, the ratio of Maya and Chaya is 6:5 at present and 15 years from now. So 15 years from now Maya's age will be the m plus 15 and Chaya's age will be the c plus 15 will get changed to 9 upon 8. Then the find Maya's present age. Okay, we have to find the age of the Maya. So we will eliminate the age of Chaya. So when you simplify it, you can write c equal to 5m upon 6. Okay, put here. First of all, you can also cross multiply it. That will be easier for solving. That will be the 8m plus 120 equal 9c plus 135. Now put c equal to 5m upon 6. So 8m plus 120 equal 9 into 5m upon 6 plus 135. When you simplify it, it will be the 15 upon 2m. So 8m, when you send in left hand side, 15 upon 2m equal 135 minus 120, that is the 15. That will be the half of m equal 15, m equal 30 years. So age of the Maya is 30 years. Okay, next question, which of the following statements are true or false? 91 is a prime number. You know very well factor of 91 equal to 13 into 7, and a number which has factor other than 1 or itself is not a prime number. So first one is false. Second, there is only one rational number between 2 by 3 and 4 by 3. You know, in between two rational number, infinite rational number lies. So statement second is also false. Third is absolute value of 0 is 0. Yes, absolute value of 0 is 0. See, third one is the correct. So FFT option C is the correct answer. Next, 42. Which of the following statements are true or false? Cube of a number ending with digit 3 it ends with 9. A number what end with digit 3, cube of that number will end with 9. So if unit digit is 3, then the unit digit of cube number will be the 3 into 3 into 3. It means unit digit will be the 7. Okay, so first one is the false. Second one is the sum of a two perfect cube number is always a perfect cube. Just assume 8 is a perfect cube and 27 is a perfect cube. What is the sum? 35. Is 35 is a perfect cube? No. It means this statement is also false. Third, the cube root of minus 8 upon 27. The cube root of minus 8 upon 27. So we can write minus 8 upon 27's cube root and cube. So this one will be the minus 8 upon 27 raised to power 1. That is the minus 8 upon 27. So third one is the also false. So F option C is the correct answer. Okay, question 43. Which of the following statements are true or false? Increase of a number from 150 to 162 is equal to an increase of 8%. A number increase from 150 to 162, so it will be the increment of 12. And what is the percent? 12 of 150, 12 upon 150 into 100. That is the 8%, and here it is saying 8%. So yes, it is the true. A certain sum becomes n time in t years. Then the rate of interest compounded annually is given by. It is saying a certain amount. Just assume principal is P. Then in t years, it becomes NP. Then the rate of interest compounded annually is given by. So you know that is the total amount A. So what is the formula of the total amount for the compound interest? A equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. And what is the value of the A? NP equal P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. P to P cancel out. Now when we will solve, N equal 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. So it will be the N raised to power 1 upon T equal 1 plus R upon 100 and N raised to power 1 upon T minus 1 equal to R upon 100. So when you cross multiply it, it will be the 100 into N raised to power 1 upon T minus 1 equal R. So R is 100 into N raised to power 1 upon T minus 1. R equal to 100 into N raised to power 1 upon T minus 1. It means second one is also true. Compound interest charge per annum is always greater than the compound interest charge half yearly for n years if n is greater than equal to 1. Compound interest charge per annum is always less than compound interest charge half yearly. So it means this statement is false. So correct answer is TTF. TTF option A is the correct answer. Okay, next question, match column first algebraic equation with column second with their solution and select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here we have to select the correct answer. So solve P 2x plus 3 upon 3 equal to x plus 2. So it will be the 2x plus 3. When we cross multiply, it will be the 3x plus 6. From here the value of x yani 2x minus 3x equal to 6 minus 3, value of minus x equal to 3, so x equal to minus 3. So P's correct answer is 2. Now Q 2y upon 3 minus y upon 6 equal 1 upon 3. So when we take common y upon 3, it will be the 2 minus 1 upon 2 equal 1 upon 3. So y upon 3, 2 minus 1 upon 2, 3 upon 2 equal 1 upon 3. 3 to 3 cancel out, y will be the 2 upon 3. So solution of Q is option 1, 2 upon 3. Next R. 5 into 2x minus 3 into 3x minus 7 equal 7. That will be the 10x minus 15 minus 9x plus 7 3 ja 21 equal 7. 10x minus 9x equal to the x equal 20 minus 15 plus 21. So that will be the plus 6 go to that side, 7 minus 6 x equal to 1. So our answer is 3. So 213 option D is the correct answer. 45. Match column first with column second and select the correct answer using the codes given below. When two dices are thrown simultaneously, it is saying when two dices are thrown simultaneously, it means total number of outcomes 36. If one dice is thrown, then the total number of outcomes 6. When two dices are thrown simultaneously, then the number of total outcomes will be the 36. Probability of getting 6 as a product. When we throw a dice, the outcomes are on two dices are 1 1, 1 2, 1 3. Similarly, up to 1 6, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 6. Similarly, 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 6. So total number of outcomes are 36. Now probability of getting 6 as a product. When you will get product 6? When on the first outcome is 1 and on second outcome is 6. On the first that outcomes is 6, on second it is 1. On the first it is 2, on the second is 3. On the first it is 3 and the second is 2. In these cases, you will get the outcomes product of outcomes will be the 6. So probability of that type of outcomes will be the 4 upon 36, 1 upon 9. So P's answer is 1 upon 9. Q, the probability of getting sum divisible by 5. So if you get 1 on first die, then what should be digit on the second dice? That should be the 4. When you are getting 2 on the first dice, the other digit should be 3. When you are getting 3 on the first dice, other digit will be the 2. When you are getting 4 on first dice, the other digit will be the 1 or 6. Why? 4 plus 1, 5. 5 is divisible by 5. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 is divisible by 5. When you are getting 5 on first dice, on other dice, it also should be 5. On next, when you are getting 6 on first dice, on another dice, you will have to get 4. So total number of favorable outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total number of favorable outcomes 7 upon total number of outcomes 36. So the probability will 7 upon 36. Probability of getting sum at least 11. When you get the sum at least 11, when you are getting 5 on the first dice and 6 on the second dice, when you are getting 6 on the first dice, 5 on second dice, or 6 on the first dice and 6 on the second dice. So favorable outcomes are, number of favorable outcomes are 3. So probability will be the 3 upon 36, that is the 1 upon 12. So R's answer is 2. So correct answer is 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Option B is the correct answer. Next, match the column first with column second. A quadrilateral which is equilateral but not equiangular. Quadrilateral, equilateral. Equilateral means sides are same but angles are not same. If the all 4 sides of quadrilateral are same, then it is the rhombus, and all angles are not same. If all angles are same, then it is a square, but angles are not same. It is not necessary to be square. So it is the rhombus, option 2. Lines containing the sides of a polygon that cross the interior of the polygon. It is saying that in a polygon, the lines of the polygon cross the interior of the polygon. That means, just assume it is a polygon and lines cross each other. It is convex polygon, it is concave polygon, we cannot decide, but yes, it is a non-convex polygon. Okay. R, a quadrilateral with reflection symmetry across one of its diagonals. In a quadrilateral, it should be reflexive across one of its diagonal. Means the image should be the same. When image will remain same, if this side is equal to the this side and this side is equal to the this side, so the image of this diagonal will be the same. So then it will follow reflection symmetry. So this type of side, when two pair of adjacent sides are equal, it is called kite. So R's answer is 1. So that is Q's answer is 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, option A. Paragraph. Manas made a star using a matchstick as shown in figure. Someone asked him to find some angles related to the shape with the hint. What is the hint? That is the polygon is the shape made up of line segment. Polygon is a shape of made up of with line segment. The sum of exterior angles of any polygon is 360 degrees. Someone told him that the sum of the all exterior angle of the polygon is 360 degree. Question is, sum of all the angles of 5 vertices of a adjoining star is. It is saying, what will be the sum of all angles adjoining 5 vertices of adjoining star? What is the sum of these angles? So here we have a direct formula, that is the n minus 4 into 180 n is the number of side if this type of the shape is there. So the formula will be the, when you put n equal to 5, that is the 5 minus 4 into 180, that is 1 into 180 equal to the 180 degree. So your correct answer is 180 degree. 48. Which of the following can never be the measure of exterior angle of a regular polygon? Which of the following cannot be the exterior angle of a regular polygon? So what is the sum of the exterior angle of a polygon? That is the 360 degree, and in a regular polygon all exterior angle have same measure. So if the number of sides is n and the angle is k degree, so n into k will be the 360 degree, and n is the number of sides, it means it will be there in the form of natural number. So put k for each answer. Option A is the 22, n into 22 equal 360 degree, so n equal to the 360 upon 22, that is 180 upon 11. So 180 upon 11 is not a natural number, so it means A cannot be the measure of exterior angle. Now 36, so n equal 360 upon 36, so n you are getting 10, it means it is a natural number. Option B is the measure of exterior angle. Option C, n equal to 360 upon 45, that is the 8, it means n is 8, it is also a measure of exterior angle. Option D, 30, 360 upon 30, so you are getting 12, it means it is also measure of exterior angle. So which of the following is not the measure of exterior angle? Option A. So option A will be the correct answer for this. Option A, 22 degree. Okay, paragraph for question number 49 and 50. In class 8, the mathematics teacher was discussing about the topic partnership in the business. He explained that when more than one person invest in the same business jointly, the profit or loss is shared in the ratio of investment made by the partners. जितना आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे उतना ही आपका प्रॉफिट का क्या आएगा, रेशियो आएगा. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट का रेशियो और प्रॉफिट का रेशियो क्या हो जाता है आपके पास में, सेम हो जाता है. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 49, A, B and C start a business by investing 1,20,000, 1,35,000 and 1,50,000 rupees respectively. Find the share of each out of an annual profit of 56,700. अगर जो इन्होंने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, इन्वेस्टमेंट का जो रेशियो होगा that will be the ratio of the profit. Same. So what is the ratio of the investment? 1,20,000, 1,35,000, ratio 1,50,000. So the ratio is 8 ratio 9 ratio 10. So the profit ratio also will be the same. So profit of A will be the total profit 56,700 upon total ratio, that is the 8 9 17 plus 10 27 into ratio of A is 8. Similarly B will be the 56,700 into 9 upon 27, and C will be the 56,700 into 10 upon 27. When you solve it, that will be the 22, yeah, 54, remainder 2, 21, 27 1 ja 27, 2100. So it is also 2100, that is also 2100. 2100 into 8, that is the 16,800. That will be the 21 into 9, 18900, and 21 into 10, 21,000. So the ratio will, the profit will be the 16,800, 18,900, 21,000. Option A, 16,800, 18,900 and 21,000. Okay. Next question 50. Alfred started a business investing 45,000. After 3 months, Peter joined him with a capital of 60,000. After another 6 months, Ronald joined them with a capital of 90,000. देखो, जिसने जितने मंथ के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट किया उसका प्रॉफिट उतना ही होता है, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग होता है. So at the end of year, they made a profit of 16,500. Find the share of each. 45,000 अल्फ्रेड ने लगाए फॉर एंड ऑफ द मंथ. इट मीन्स उसने 12th मंथ का इन्वेस्टमेंट किया. रेशियो, पीटर ज्वाइंड विथ कैपिटल ऑफ 60,000 आफ्टर 3 months. सो 9 months के लिए उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट रहा. एंड रोनाल्ड ज्वाइंड विथ 90,000 अनोदर आफ्टर 6 months. रोनाल्ड के 6 month के बाद में, सॉरी पीटर के 6 month के बाद में रोनाल्ड ने ज्वाइन किया. इसका मतलब उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट कितने महीने के लिए रहा? आपके 3 months के लिए रहा. सो नाउ व्हेन वी कंपेयर, द रेशियो इज 30, 30, 30 cancel out. That is the by the table of the 15, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 1 time, 3 time, 4 times. So the ratio will be the 12 ratio, 12 ratio. That is the 6 time, 6 time. So 12 ratio, 12 ratio, 6. Okay. Now the ratio of the profit will also same. So the ratio of the first of all we find for the Alfred. So profit of Alfred will be the 16,500 upon sum of these 12 plus 12, 24 plus 6, 30 into 12. So when we solve 0 to 0 cancel out, 3 5 जा 15, 3 5 जा 15, 0. यानी 550 into 12, 550 into 12 आपके पास में हो जाएगा 6600. Similarly B, the ratio is the same na, 12, so it also 6600. And for the C, the ratio is 6, so 16,500 upon 30 into 6, so that will be the 3,300. They made a profit. Share of each is the 6,600, 6,600 and 3,300. Option B is the करेक्ट आंसर. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. इसी तरीके से आपके मैथ्स के क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होते हैं. आई होप आपका पेपर अच्छा गया होगा. आपको और भी कोई अपडेट चाहिए तो आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए. मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड से रिलेटेड सारे के सारे अपडेट आपको इसी चैनल पर मिलेंगे.
Hello student, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. We are here to discuss the solution of Matrix Olympiad paper of class 8 reasoning conducted on 22 October 2023. Hope you performed very well. So let's get started. So question number 51. Choose the correct alternative that will continue the same pattern and replace the question mark in the given series. So according to question, according to series. So series is Z A 5, Y 4B, X C6, W 3D and find the next term. So first write the first alphabet of each term. So Z, Y, X, W and next is missing. Z. Position of Z in English alphabet is 26. Position of Y in English alphabet is 25. Position of X in English alphabet is 24. W means 23. So pattern is 25, 26, 25, 24, 23. Now similarly next is 22. 22 it means V. So first alphabet of missing term is V. Now taking second alphabet of each term. So second alphabet of each term is A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Now next is A, B, C, D. Now next is E. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next is E. So second alphabet of missing term is E. V, E. Now in number series 5, 4, 6, 3, 5, 4, 6, 3 and next is missing. So 5 to 6 plus 1. Now 4 to 3 minus 1. 5, 6. Now next is 7. So, and check the pattern. So pattern in the first term, the number was with the second alphabet. Then the number was with the first alphabet. In the next, the number was with the second alphabet. Now next, the number was with the first alphabet. So now next, the number was with the second alphabet. So it means VE7 is the next missing term of this series. VE7. It means option C. Option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 52. Series is 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 22 and find the next number. So first find the pattern of the question. So pattern of the question is 3 to 4. It means plus 1. Now 4 to 7. It means plus 3. 4 to 8 plus 1. Now 8 to 11 plus 3. 11 to 12 plus 1. So pattern is plus 1 plus 3. Plus 1 plus 3. Plus 1. Now next is plus 3. So 12 plus 3, it means 15. So next number is 15. So here is option D is the correct answer because 15 is the next term of given series. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 53. In the following question, a number of letters are given. There are blanks which can be filled with the help of the letters of the option below. Choose the correct option and complete the series. In this type question, taking option one by one and see which one will follow a suitable pattern. So question is blank A, blank B, A, blank B, B, blank A, B, blank A, B. And put the option one by one. So first taking option A. So option according to option A. First blank means A. Second blank means again A. Again A. Fourth blank means B. And fifth blank means B. So A, B, A, B, 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 A, B, B, A, B. So option A is not creating any kind of pattern. So it means option A is the incorrect option. Now taking option B. So taking option B taking option B. So first write series A blank A blank B A blank B B blank A B blank A B. Now put the options B. First blank means B, B, A, B. Now checking. Yes, option B, creating a suitable pattern. B double A B, B double A B, B double A B, B double A B. So option B, creating a suitable pattern. So it means option B is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 54 and 55. Point B is 25 meters south of point A. Point C is 30 meters east of point B. Point D is 15 meters north of point C. Point E is 10 meters west of point D. Before starting this question, we should know that there are 4 types of main direction. One is east, north, west, and this is south. And there are 4 cardinal direction: northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So according to question, point B is 25 meters south of point A. Point B is 25 meters south of A. Point B is 25 meters south of A. Now point C. Point C is 30 meter east of point B. Point C is 30 meter of point B. 30 meter east of point B. Now point D is 15 meter north of point C. So this is the north of C. So here is D, 15 meter D. Point D is 15 meter north of C. Now point E is 10 meter west of point D. So this is the west direction of point D. So E is 10 meter of west of D. Here is E. This is A. Now this is B. This is C. If point X is 30 meter east of point A, if X is 30 meter east, so this is the east direction of A. So here is X, 30 meter east of A. Then point D is how far and in which direction from point X. So value of this line is 30 and value of this line is also 30. So it means X, D and C will be in same line. So X, D and C will be in same line. So find the distance between X and D. Find the distance between X and D. So it means 25. So 25 XC. XC means 25 minus DC. DC means 15. So it means 10 meter. So distance between X and D is 10 meter. And then D is how far and in which direction from X. D is the south of X and D is the south of X. So 10 meter south. So 10 meter south is the correct answer of this question. So 10 meter south, it means option D is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 55. What is the direction of point A with respect to point E? According to previous question direction, here is A, 25 meter. Here is B. Here is C, 30 meter. Here is D, 15 meter. And here is E, 10 meter. Okay. So, what is the direction of point A with respect to point E? So, find the direction of A with respect to. So, this is the west of E. This is the west direction of E, and this is the north direction of E. And so find the direction of A with respect to E. So A is situated at northwest of E. Northwest of E. So it means option B is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 56. So question number 56, 5% PQRS and T scored different marks in an examination if Q score more marks than S and T only, while R does not score the highest mark. Then who among the following has the second highest mark? So according to question, Q score more marks than S and T only. S and T only means, it means Q not score more marks than P and R. So P and R score more marks than Q. And next information is R does not score the highest mark. So R does not score the highest mark. It means P score the highest mark and R score the second highest mark and Q score the third highest mark. So it means according to question, then who among the following has the second highest mark? So R scored the second highest mark. It means option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 57. In this question, if the given interchanges are made the sign and numbers, which one of the four equations would be correct? Given interchanges plus sign plus and minus and number is 4 and 8. In this question, put the option one by one and see which one will follow correctly. So according to option A, 4 divided by 8 minus 12 is equals to 16. Now interchange the sign and number. So 4 means 8. Divide means divide. 8 means 4. Minus means plus. 12 is equals to 16. So using BODMAS rule, so divide the numbers. First divide the numbers. So 8 divided by 4, it means 2. 2 plus 12 is equals to 16. 2 plus 12, it means 14. Never equals to 16. It means option A is the incorrect option. Now taking option B. So according to option B, 4 minus 8 plus 12 is equals to 0. Now interchange these signs and numbers. So 4, so what is the meaning of 4? 4 means 8, minus means plus. Now 8 means 4, plus means minus, 12 is equals to 0. So 8 plus 4, it means 12. 12 minus 12. 12 minus 12, it means 0. So 0 always equals to 0. It means option B is the correct option of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 58. If divide implies equals to, now multiply implies less than, plus implies greater than, minus implies multiply. Now greater than multiply implies divide. Now less than implies plus is equals to implies minus. Identify the correct expression. So taking option one by one and see which one is correct. So according to option A, 1. What is the meaning of minus? Minus means multiply by 3. Greater than, so greater than means divide. 2 plus, so what is the meaning of plus? Means greater than 1. Minus means multiply. 5 is equals to means minus 3. Minus means multiply. And less than means plus. Okay, now using BODMAS rule. So first 3 divided by 2, it means 1.5. Now 1.5 multiply by 1, it means 1.5 is greater than 2. 1 multiply by 5, it means 5. 5 minus 3 multiply by 5 minus 3 multiply by 1, it means 3 plus 2. So 1.5 is greater than 2. 5 minus 3, it means 2. 2 plus 2, it means 4. So 1.5 never greater than 2, 4. It means option A is the incorrect option. Now taking option B. Option B, according to option B, 1. So minus means multiply 3. Greater than, so greater than means divide 2. Plus means greater than 1. Multiply means less than 5. Now plus means greater than 3. Minus means multiply 1. Greater means divided by 2. So 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2, it means 1.5. Now 1.5 multiply by 1, it means again 1.5 is greater than to 1. Now less than 5. 5 greater than 3 1 divided by 2, it means 0.5. Now 0.5 multiply by 3. 0.5 multiply by 3, it means 1.5. 1.5. So according to this expression, 1.5 is always greater than to 1. Now next, 1 is always less than 5. Now next, 5 is always greater than to 1.5. It means option B is the correct answer of this question. So option B is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is question number 59. The sequence of folding a piece of paper and the manner in which the folded paper has been cut is shown in the following question figure. How would this paper look in the respective option when folded? Okay, find the folded figure of the paper. So find the image of X because X represents unfold paper. So find the unfold paper. Okay. First, we folded X, then we get Y. Now, we folded Y, then we get Z. Then we get Z. Now, unfold the paper. So, unfold the paper in the same sequence in which it was folded and find the mirror image in each case. So, first, we will unfold the Z. We will unfold the Z. It's represent Y. Now, we will unfold the Y. It's represent X and find the image of X because X represents unfold paper. So first unfold the Z. When unfold the Z, then we get the image like this. And it's represent Y. Now unfold the Y. Unfold the Y. It's represent X. Now unfold the Y. Unfold the Y. So find the mirror image of this part. So it's look like as follows. So it's represent X and X represents unfold paper. So this figure represents unfold paper. So it means option A is the correct unfold paper image. So option A is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 60. Choose the alternative which is closely resembles the mirror image of the given combination. So find the mirror image of DL9CG4728. 8 is near the mirror. So it will remains near the mirror in the mirror image. So first find the mirror image of 8. So mirror image of 8 look like as follows. Now find the mirror image of 2. Now find the mirror image of 2. Mirror image of 2 look like as follows. Now next find the mirror image of 7. So mirror image of 7 look like as follows. And then find the mirror image of 4. So mirror image of 4 look like this. Now find the mirror image of G. So mirror image of G look like as follows. Now find the mirror image of C. Now again find the mirror image of 9. Mirror image of 9. Now find mirror image of L. And last find the mirror image of D. So mirror image of D look like as follows. So this is the correct mirror image of given combination. So here option image of C is the correct answer of this question. Option C is the correct mirror image of given combination. Thank you everyone.